You're listening to the voice of IWA Flip here on Interfed Radio. Welcome to Living Nightmare After Hours. Special guest studio, Timothy Goodnight. Timothy, welcome.
Thank you.
Oh, man. You know what, brother? Shout out to the commissioner. Like I said, our lives schedules kind of bumped into one another and unfortunately prevented us from recording an LNL show, but I reached out to one of the managers in the league to help me come on and kind of get through so we can have an LNL show, because there's so much going on in the Living Nightmare League that I just want to make sure these champions get their dues.
That's right.
Oh yeah, especially this cycle, man. We had a good cycle for a friend in the league. I mean, well, everyone's a
friend,
league,
but
now
this certain person, he's a good friend.
Oh man, it was a long time coming for the Fox, man. So I love it.
No, you don't, Jamie. Hold on.
So there we go. Let's see here.
It's still Sunday.
Oh yeah, you know what? We're recording right before the launch of the bronze, so hopefully we can get these champions, and let's see how many of them stick around. So let me start with our Nightmare champion, who, I mean, she's a legend here in the Living Nightmare League. DOD's Foxwoman Santana.
That's right, man.
Oh man,
love her.
Oh, I mean, this character here is probably, how I got my rude introduction into the Living Nightmare League. I mean, when I had that interview way back when with Rob, and he was telling me about the stories, and this is one of those stories that was like one of his favorites. So when I heard the story and started seeing some of the artwork that went behind the story, I fell in love with the Living Nightmare League myself, and I was like, I gotta get here. I gotta be a part of the history of the Foxwoman, and to see her as champion this cycle was, yeah, it was sweet.
It was awesome.
Oh yeah. Now, not to take anything away from our paranormal champion, Catfish himself, Catfish Rob.
That's right, man.
And now, I mean,
long time coming. Even though he's had the belt before, he just wants that top one.
Yeah, no, I mean, to see both of these two up there was awesome, and I enjoyed opening up and scrolling to the bulletin, and just yeah, I enjoy it when the good guys come out on top. Because now, Amityville champion Squeaky finally got on the title page. Congratulations,
Yay.
Squeaky!
All right, round of applause for the for the 7-foot rat. Yeah.
Oh, that guy! Can't believe he finally came through. Now, someone very familiar to the front page, Crystal Lake champion, Patient X. Man, those stars right by his name. That's amazing.
Lots of respect for Patient X.
Yeah. Elm Street champion, Darth Yoru.
Yeah. Yep. The enemy of Catfish Rob.
Yeah, those Sith Lords have definitely been a thorn in his side for a long time. Black Lagoon champion, Swamp Monster. Look at this, making his presence felt on the title page. Glad to see you back on the page here in the Living Nightmare League, brother.
Yeah.
Camp Arwak.
Pictures coming in.
Got some info coming. I like it. Camp Arwak champion, the Master. You know what? I've missed the Master here in the Living Nightmare.
I think he might be one of the new guys, man. I don't think I've ever seen him. Have you?
No, yeah. This is I thought it was the Master and Torgo, or excuse me, Torgo and the Master.
Oh.
I think that's part of that group right there, if I'm not mistaken. And another one to see back in, this is one of the, like, just as Foxwoman is a legend, I think this person here right now holds all the marbles. I mean, Sinister Bagul has the Head in the Box, which is the Living Nightmare League's version of the Money in the Bank, and I can't. I mean, it seems like it might be getting close to him to
cash in soon.
Yeah, I mean, I had, in the back of my head, I had it in that he was going to try and cash it in during the holiday season because, of course, this is the Living Nightmare League, and you know something special about October in the Living Nightmare League. So
Yeah,
who
how
knows?
about
So who knows? Maybe he's waiting for October to cash it in, but it is nice to have that, uh, you know that that just that factor looming over the whole league. Like at any moment, he can just snap his fingers and bam.
that's right.
Here we go. Haunted Hill champion, no stranger to the front page, Dr. Frankenstein. Sleepy Hollow champion, Jean Valek.
Yeah,
Salem,
go ahead.
Salem Aiden, Brimstone. Nice.
Yeah,
Uh, yeah, there's a couple people returning, some new names on this front page. So it was, yeah, from the Battle Royal, by the way, for our Salem's Lot champion. Uh, the Crypt champion, also from the Battle Royal, Octopussy.
that's
Nice.
right. How many titties she got?
Oh man, she's ready to kill you, man. So don't. Oh, you won't even get a chance to count. Here we go. Apocalypse Tag Team Champion. No strangers to this title. I mean, these guys hold it down here in the Living Nightmare League. They were our tag team, or excuse me, they were the Catfish Rob Tag Team of the Year last year, and yeah, they've always made their presence well felt here. Michael Myers and Jason Voorhees,
The 13th.
the 13th. Oh, yeah. Doomsday Tag Team Champion. I mean, the Sith Lords, they are this league, man. They made their
Yeah, yeah.
presence well felt, and yeah, a lot happening with them. We'll get into in a little bit. But Darth Yoru and Darth Ikari, congratulations, gentlemen. Yeah, these when I saw you guys here, I was like, oh, nice. I'm glad you guys took a shot at the 6-man. Bring up that competition level there. So, Slaughterhouse 6-man champions, Rawhead Rex, newly dubbed Jacob Goodnight, and Wolfman Joe. Congratulations.
Yep, yep.
Nightmare TV 6-man champion, those Sith Lords, Darth Yoru, Darth Akuma, and Darth Ikari. Shout out to the Sith Lords, man.
Shout out. Shout
Nice.
out. They're
Now,
always on that title page. Shout out.
yeah, I mean they are definitely a consistent force here in the Living Nightmare League on the title page, and you know we uh, we mentioned the pace of the league, and when we talk about the Living Nightmare League, it's a much slower build up than we're used to, or that some players are used to. They do spread out the pay per views between. I mean, I think it's every five or cycles or so that we have a pay per view here. So the angles do take a longer time to develop. It reminds me of the play by mail pace of back in the days, brother, where you kind of just you want to get a rebuttal from the other managers. So you know, I guess now is as good a time as any to mention the limit here in the Living Nightmare League. You're limited to 4 monsters, and I think the way the trash talk has been going, where it goes back and forth, and it just gives me that impression of back in the days, brother, where you would get your bulletin, because of the lack of social media from back in the days. You would
Yeah,
send in your comment, and you have to wait a little bit because it goes back and forth, and this league it gives me that nostalgia factor in a sense because the ankles do develop a little slower, um, but there's a lot of continuity with the ankles. I mean, it looks like the managers that are here know how to have a great callback to the trash talk of the of the previous cycles. So and yeah, no, let me scroll down here and get to some of this because we got some new players here, man. We had a lot of introductions this cycle. I know you mentioned early on, Timmy, that you're prepping your profiles and you're getting some info going so that some of the newer managers also get an idea as to who you run. And if you don't mind, Timmy, I know we said it while we were doing the championship pages, so people might have an idea. But who are your four?
My four are Blade the Vampire Hunter, Swamp Monster, Rawhead Rex, and Jacob Goodnight.
Nice, nice, and it they're pretty much unofficially DoD, but
yeah, they're unofficially DoD.
I know this league. I know the stable thing came up. I'm not sure what the final determination is, whether they're going to keep stable initials or keep them off. But yeah, it was nice to see. You joined the Foxman and the gang.
Yeah,
Yes.
yeah. I joined
So it
Wolfman
just
Jeff.
a lot going on. Yeah, a lot going on with Wolfman and Foxwoman, and it just
Man,
yeah, that's
I just realized that the 51, that 55 Slaughterhouse champion takes on, okay, the Furies champions.
oh yeah. Well, you know what? Since you brought it up, let me go ahead uh, and talk about it because this is one of those things where when the structure is in place.
I will probably get my ass kicked by the LNL Underworld champion.
Hey. You're going up against the RWL, so you better represent well.
Oh, no, I am the RWL in that one. I'm the Revolt X champ.
Oh, okay. You know what? For whatever reason, when you were mentioning the Furies champion, I thought we were still on the 6-man match. We're on the
No,
six.
no, no.
Okay, cool. Okay, I got that one. Ah, nice.
I'm reading these matches here to see. I
Yeah.
know that
So
I might have a few in the battle royal, maybe.
yeah. So and I thought I had it. Let me see. As I scroll over to dun dun dun. Just got to open up the a different bulletin because let's see here. Yeah, no, the matches have been determined already, so I'm gonna go ahead and read them off on so that everybody from the Living Nightmare League knows who they're facing as well.
Yeah.
Yeah, crossover collision, by the way, is pay-per-view between the Revolution Wrestling League, commissioned by Commissioner Goldstein. Commissioner Goldstein was the one that actually, you know, he asked for this. He was disrespected by Spike Pratt because Spike Pratt really just kind of just laughed it off. Like, are you kidding me? You want what? Like, are you? No, dude. We'll wipe the floor with you guys. Let's see here. Why can't I find it? Maybe because he sent it in a message.
Probably.
Let's. Dun 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 dun. Can you tell we're doing this on the fly? Oh yeah.
Yep, sure can.
Oh man.
I'm just
Here
trying
it
to
is.
find the same thing you're looking for.
Here we go. You ready for this, Timothy? Here we go, brother.
Yep.
I found it. So we got a crossover collision happening July 23rd, and the lineup is as followed. We got first of all, the highlight of the night is a 40 participant battle royal. The winner will get 60 free matches. So we got 20 RWL female wrestlers. Let me go ahead and read over this list. I think everybody playing there is well represented. We got Heather Zestimpowski,
Yep.
Jungle Girl, Brie Bella, Alexis Bliss, Susie Moon, Vlada Morzov, Firecracker Callie Abernathy, Diva Victoria Smirnoff, Beloved, Becky Legacy, Starlet Liberty Monroe, Thyroid Disease, Hope, Gabby Wonder, Ellie Williams, Laura Kenny, Tessa Blanchard, Veronica Sky, Amanda Love, and the one and only Chickson Guac. There we go. The 20 LNL monsters are Catfish Rob, Foxman Rob, Wolfman Joe, Squeaky, Robocat, Bigfoot, Darth Yoru, Darth Jikoku, Darth Ikari, Jason Voorhees 13, Michael Myers, John Valek, Patient X, Patient Y, Patient Z, Aiden Brimstone, Barnabas Slade, Otis Gruiser, Claude Holiday, and B. So we got a lot going on, a lot of monsters, a lot of female wrestlers that are ready to get it on in a couple of days. So
That's right.
and of course, just a reminder: the winner gets 60 free matches, and then I say this a lot, Timothy, because the structure behind a league is what keeps managers invested. And I think just seeing champion versus champion, the RWL champions versus the Living Nightmare champions is awesome. And I think as a manager that contributes and supports both of these leagues, I think you mentioned it already. It's nice to see you know how hard it is to get that and keep that Revoltex championship. So
Yeah, yeah. I got that Revoltex champion right now. Who knows about
nice.
after this cycle?
Yeah, so it's here we go. Let's run this lineup. We got Sinister Bagul, who we mentioned him earlier, is going up against RWL's Winter Gore, who's she's dominant female there in the RWL as well. So
Is that one of the matches to be determined?
yeah, I'm going. I got them. They're determined, and I'm. This is the reveal of the matches. So we
Oh,
got Sinister Bagul versus Winter Gore. We got Foxman Santana. Excuse me. Yeah,
you
Fox
mean
Woman.
Fox Woman?
Yeah, Fox Woman Santana. Excuse me. Going up against Aurora Peach, Mickey Ikasawa. So that's. I mean,
Oh,
she's a newcomer to the RWL, and she's made an instant impact. So to see her going up against the Fox Woman, who's a legend here, I was like, ooh, okay, this is the young starlet from the up and coming RWL going up against a legend from the Living Nightmare League. So, and then we got the one that you had mentioned to begin this conversation, the Slaughterhouse champions, Rawhead Rex, Jacob Goodnight, and Wolfman Joe going up against the RWL's Furies champion, Heaven Curly, Bad Norma, and Like It to Bruiser Ya Hyman. We got Terror Tag Team champions, Jason Voorhees and Michael Myers, going up against the two Ravens champion, Sandwich Maker and Fibromyalgia.
did you say sandwich?
Yeah, it's Sandwich. That's her name. Don't hey, people just hey, it happens, Timothy. Okay,
Yeah, 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 yeah.
sandwich maker. So she makes the best sandwich in the world. Um, now, next match is the Anarchy champion, Dr. Frankenstein, going up against the RWL Profile champion, the Undead Realm Bride, Sadoku Saki. So another, like I said, both of those titles are difficult to retain, and they're a big part of the league. So to see champion versus champion again is awesome in these, you know, in this crossover. So this is a fun one, and LNL Underworld champion Darth Akuma going up against the RWL's Revolt X champion Spitfire Janie Briggs.
That's right, man.
Nice, nice. Yeah,
Yeah.
no, I mean,
You
just an
ready,
amazing.
Darth? You ready, Darth Akuma? You ready?
Oh.
I'm ready.
Oh yeah, I can only imagine what this is going to be, brother. But yeah, that's ready to explode this upcoming Tuesday. So, and as if you needed this, I mean, the league itself is already jam packed, and I mean, it just goes to show that the commissioner here, doesn't back down from a challenge, even as ridiculous as he thinks it might be. Because Spike has no, pretty much no respect for Goldstein. He thinks we're gonna wipe the floor with each and every one of them. But I think where the problem lies, Timothy, is the fact that our monsters don't necessarily get along.
Yeah.
I think that's the advantage that the females have coming into this is that they're gonna pull together, and it looks like they're gonna accept the challenge head on, and for whatever reason, I think they're gonna be able to work together better than the living nightmare monsters. But I
Yeah.
just yeah, because I definitely
I don't know.
I
I
don't see
think
these monsters working well
Rex.
together.
I think Rawhead Rex, Wolfman Joe, and Jacob Goodnight get along oh well.
You know
Okay.
what? We actually lucked out here in the Living Nightmare League to have some of the good guys representing. But yeah, it should be interesting, man. Yeah, crossover collision, two impact. So yeah, a lot of fun going on here in the Living Nightmare League. Now, uh, lot of action. We have a Terror Night main event coming up July 2nd. Anarchy title match is going to be Dr. Frankenstein versus none other than Sinister Bagul. We got Michael. Actually, I take that back. This one happened this past cycle, so the results are in the bulletin. Michael Myers versus Bigfoot. We had Wolfman Joe and Foxwoman Santana going up against Darth Yoru and Darth Ikari. John Valek going up against Jigsaw. So yeah, so definitely look for those results in the bulletin. Uh, like I said, as if you needed more, you got all the action, and then the pay-per-view that has been building up is, I mean, it comes so fast in the IWA, Timothy. I mean, even though we're in the middle of middle of July, it's scary to say that October is right around the corner in IWA time because it's only a few bulletins away.
Mm.
So these next couple of angles, are gonna lead up to an escalate or lead up and we hope erupt at Chamber of Horrors. So if you have an angle that you want to push, these angles, we're looking to sign matches, for Chamber of Horrors right now. So get yourself involved, get on that card, and yeah, we got.
You want to know how I'm going to get on that card?
Well, the only way I mean, the best way to get on is to trash talk because that'll
Yeah.
yeah,
Yeah.
that's I think I mean winning will definitely get some attention. But if you're trash talking and you're involving yourself in the angles, I mean, especially like I told you, I mean, it doesn't have to. I mean, this league is definitely at a slower pace, so you can take your time and build up these angles. Heck, uh, one of the angles has been going, from what I can tell, for at least 2-3 years now. The catfish versus what was the luchadores has been going on for some time. We've seen them go through transformation. Both aspects, both factions have gone through wonderful transformations over their years. So yeah, it's fun to see that, brother, because like I said, it works in some realms, and in this realm, I think if you're into the long play, if you want to see your characters develop and grow, I mean, and what better place than a place where you can hack and slash as much, as you want? Because this league here, wow, I've seen some stuff, Timothy.
Yeah.
I mean, it's just, I mean, it's an 18 and over league, so you can get away with more. You know, yeah, I mean, I can just imagine what's coming with some of these new characters. So, just a glimpse over the Chamber of Horrors matches. We got a we got a few of them signed and already on the lineup. We got a Terror Tag title match between Voorhees Myers going up against Bagul and a partner of his choosing. And that one's been brewing for a while, so it's good to see Bagul back. So I'm curious to see who he who he names as a partner. We got the Anarchy title match, which is going to be uh, well with the one that we just mentioned, the champion going up against the winner of Battle Royal. Who did win the Battle Royal this tour?
Oh man, let me look. Uh,
Was it?
Sinister Bagul.
It was Bagul. Just lined himself up. Nice. That's what I love about Bagul, man. Just comes back hard. And we got Hell in the Cell match. Fox Man Joe
You mean
or
Wolfman?
Wolfman Joe going up against Morbius. Yeah, Wolfman Joe going up against Morbius. So
Yeah, yeah. He wants his revenge. Nobody bites me. Nobody.
oh yeah, and I think hearing Rob say he's all like, man, he's like, and you better make it in a cage match. He's like, because I don't want him flying away or like I want a closed cage match to make sure it's keeps him from running that Morbius.
Yeah.
We got Foxman Rob going up
Versus.
against one of the Darth.
Yeah.
Yeah.
One of the Siths.
Oh man, yeah. So we got some good matches already in the lineup. We got the Elimination Chamber match, and then we're gonna have the Underworld title match. Darth Akuma going up against Doctor Frankenstein. Man, those are some big gunners right there. I mean, it's set up for October 15th, and I know I just said it. We're in July still, but this card is looking to fill up. I mean, watch out for all the action going on these next couple of cycles because we got a new cast and let's see here. But before we get into those new cast members, shout out to the 2019 Haunted Grounds contest. We got some heavy players, a couple people coming. It's coming to the wire because a couple people are really gunning for it. Shout out to Patient X and Darth Akuma, who are pretty big players in this game. But I mean, actually, all those patients and all those Darth are hitting it pretty heavy. So it was nice to see the Fox woman sneak into the top five.
Yeah. Yeah. That was definitely nice.
Yeah. So we'll see. We'll see how this goes. Now, uh, uh, a lot going on. We have our usual suspects, and I think just just the fact that you got Jason as a character in your league is awesome.
You mean Voorhees?
Yeah, but then when you got Jason Voorhees behind a creative person, just
Yeah.
man, he knocks it out the park, brother. He really does, man. This cycle, he goes after Bagul and just tears into him, tears into him, man. Smacks him with the tag belt, and yeah, brother, just good stuff, man. I mean, I definitely enjoy the calls to the titles, because like we mentioned, especially the commissioner titles, you know,
Yep.
they without the trash talk, they're meaningless. And this manager just always manages to have callbacks to the accomplishments, and yeah, it's nice to see the Terror Tag title well taken care of. I'll take, oh
Yeah.
man, he drives it into Bagul till it's drenched in his blood.
Mm-hmm. That's
Yes.
right.
Yeah, so shout out to Mr. Voorhees 13 because always entertains here in the Living Nightmare League.
That's right. Always entertaining.
Now, Michael Myers, you know, in my eyes, is just as wicked as Jason.
Yeah.
But he manages to go through a scene without killing, and it almost shocked me more than him dying, because I was like, what? He's gonna let him live? Is so yeah. It definitely had that shock factor because he basically sneaks up to onto right up to Bigfoot. It seems like he's gonna take that that death blow, and then he just kind of like, I don't know if he felt bad for the hairy monster, but he just lets him live. So so sometimes it's not all about killing, but oh man,
It's now time to go.
let's see here. We got the Sith, and speaking of killing, these guys here definitely, they did a number on the poor patients. I mean, they've had their eyes set on catfishing
Yeah, yeah,
gang for
yeah.
such a long time.
The Siths.
It, yeah, I mean they're like they're what's the word, the nemesis. I mean that's definitely the arch rival. That's definitely
Yep, they're
uh,
definitely enemy with Catfish Rob.
oh yeah, that I mean, and and I guess now, I mean, definitely the best time to say it right now. I mean, these guys they work well together. I mean, just the continuity of their trash talk, the way they just intertwine it is just beautiful. I mean, it's enjoyable. I enjoy reading it. So, but it was interesting to see the Darth go after the rest of the league this time, because they've had their focus in a tunnel, and just to see them reach out of that tunnel right now and go after Frankenstein and the patients, I was like, oh dude, this is getting bad. I mean, I know the Darth are powerful, and they want to remind the Living Nightmare League that even though they have that Foxman and the gang have their attention, they have enough energy to take on the rest of us. The rest.
Yeah,
Oh
yeah.
man. Uh, Now we got yeah, like I said, he went after them. Then they come after Fox Woman and Foxman Rob. I mean, they got no shame, these Siths.
Yeah.
But I mean, it almost seems like I mean, I know they're the dominant force here, but
Yeah, it's like they're trying to take everybody out. That's the threat.
yeah, I mean, could you imagine you're hanging out, and we all know how Fox Woman and the Fox Man hang out. I mean, we saw it in one of the trash talks a few cycles ago. I mean,
Yeah.
they like doing the do, like doing the do.
Yeah, they like doing the.
Yeah. So could you imagine you're out there in the forest, and all of a sudden trees start falling left and right? I mean, that's a scary sight to begin with. I mean, and oh man. But yeah, I mean that's what we get when we invite the Sith Lords in, man. It's just
Yeah, yeah. They're just so. Ah, man.
oh yeah, they're
Violent.
def
They're very
they're
violent.
and yeah, they definitely I mean, almost without even blinking their eyes, it looks like they're running at 100 miles per hour. Their lightsaber just slices through both of you know the Fox folk, and
Yeah.
yeah, yeah, nasty those damn Sith Lords, man. Oh
Yep, I see it right here.
yeah, no, I mean now. Um, Kind of just want to go over a couple of these new characters. Uh, Looks like we got Johnny Five, and when I saw this at first, I was like, "What? Wait a minute! And then I kept, I kind of, glimpsed and got a introduction, and so we got more robots coming. I know we got RoboCat already here. I mean, I consider him more a cyborg because he does have still living parts, but now we got a full blown robot, Johnny Five, man. Jonathan Five is in the house.
Yeah, yeah.
Let's see here, and then what are your thoughts on Warblaze, huh?
Who's?
Warblaze is here now too.
Oh
Yeah,
yeah,
we
that's
got.
me. I'm right here.
Oh, man, it's a big ass dude, man. We got
I
a whole.
I love fighting big ass dudes, man.
Oh yeah, man. But you know what? It's different here in the Living Nightmare League, brother. It really is. I mean,
Yeah, I know, but it's violence too. Just
oh yeah,
remember, I can do what he does to me, but I can do it 10 times worse.
yeah. I mean, that's the setup, and I'm uh I'm curious where this is going because I said, we got the new faces now. We got, I mean, definitely, like I said, we know who's behind some of these faces, so I know the angles that are coming are just going to be amazing and take us into the fall. But if you add everything up, Timothy, it's going to make this league now, as man, I don't want to say as as interesting as ever, but I mean, it's definitely going to bring it back to its much needed life because I mean, I wanted to go back to the glory days of last year where I just remember doing that end of the year show with Catfish and all the wonderful stories he
Yeah,
had of
yeah.
of the Living Nightmare League. So I think some of these angles are gonna take off. Now, um, I know you got him coming, but I mean the character. I know obviously everyone knows Blade, and you're running Blade pretty much in that same interpretation, right? I mean,
Right.
he is Blade. Okay, cool. Now, what can you tell us about the other three? Who
Well,
Swamp?
the other ones were off in movies too.
Okay, Swamp Monster is just he's a movie
Well,
monster also.
except for Swamp Monster, I found that picture.
Okay, cool. So
But
that's he's a lizard. He's
he's just a monster,
nice. You're like he's just a monster.
a
Just a
scaly
monster.
ass, slimy monster.
Nice. Uh, I hate to ask, but is he a good guy? Is that
No,
ah?
he'll be just as violent as soon as I can figure out something to do with him.
Oh man, yeah. What about Jacob Goodnight? You said he was from what movie?
See no evil. He's
From
Kane from See No Evil.
Kane from See No Evil. Nice. Now,
Yeah.
what's his background for those of us that don't know too much about him?
Oh man.
Does he just literally go around taking people's eyes
Yeah,
or
yeah, that's pretty much it. First he'll kill them, then he'll take their eyes. Unless they got religious tattoos, then he'll just take their eyes.
nice? Okay, okay. And then your final one, your last character there is
Rawhead Rex from a movie. Yeah, this movie was dang man. I think it was 86. I think it was
oh dang.
1986.
Okay, so it's a throwback to the horror days and
Yeah.
to the classics. Classics. Okay, and what's his backstory? What do you got for him?
Well, he is an unholy hell demon.
Okay,
That's basically what I know about it.
yeah. So I mean,
From what I've seen of the movie.
nice. Yeah, no, we definitely got to. I mean, especially with the limited number of characters that we're allowed to bring in, it's good to have some development and Yeah, it makes the action that much more exciting, brother. Now,
Yeah.
I'm trying to think of what else we got to put on this one. I know we got a lot of trash talk here. I mean, like I said, I know we're crunching through it because I still got to get some bronze trash talk in for this upcoming cycle. So
Well, I still got to get some trash talk done for this cycle.
nice,
Listen,
but
yeah, I'm gonna try my hardest to trash talk in every league I'm in.
yes, I mean there's some good ones. I think
Unless of course I don't need the trash talk, then
I thought I
that
mean
would that would only be for a flutter league, though. I do believe.
yeah, especially I mean dude, those leagues are tough to keep up with trash talk because if you're running 20 characters in a league,
Yeah,
yeah, it's
yeah, that's
very
kind
tough.
of tough to trash talk as every one of them.
Yeah. So, just to give everybody a little bit of a story as to what happened. I mean, obviously, managers move around to support different leagues, at different times. Uh, the two of the
Yeah.
managers, just and the thing that was interesting from my angle, from my side, is the way they used an exit angle from one league to start up their angle here in this league because it just kind of carried into from one realm to the other and
Yeah,
uh,
you're talking about Hexus now.
yeah, well and in particular Br Anderson, because Br Anderson had gone through a lot over in the LSL. His son of a famous Anderson is always tough to live up to the name, and I for whatever reason
I
when
was kind of surprised when I found out it was Anthony Anderson.
yeah, kind of. Yeah, not, I mean, come on, Timothy. Anytime you're talking wrestling, and you say Anderson, you don't think of Anthony
You don't
Anderson,
think of Anthony, you think of Arn.
right? Oh, nice. So, oh yeah. So to see the little twist in the angle, and yeah, it was definitely fun to see the twist. So, but now we got BR here in the Living Nightmare League, and he brought his friends. So I'm curious as to where I don't even know if they're still going to be hexes. Like I said, I at this point,
Right
I'm
now, it looks like it.
yeah, at this point I'm still waiting to see what transpires because yeah, but it was fun to see the exit story and the recent the new to see all the new characters that they brought was I think fun for everybody. Now we got every time I see this guy, man, he's. I mean, I think the Sith Lords put it best. There's nothing but evil in this guy's look. I mean, he just got that blank stare, very similar to like if you've ever watched Silence of the Lambs,
Are you
and you.
talking about Otis Perusa?
Actually, I'm talking about this darn Doctor Frankenstein guy.
You mean the guy who likes to take blood out of people, put it into something else?
Yeah, I
Yeah,
mean,
yeah, yeah. I've noticed.
yeah. Not only that, but he
I
never
kind of like
blinks.
him. I kind of
You,
like him.
but you know what? I mean, people usually blink, Timmy. I mean, people that are alive usually blink, but this guy, I mean, in all the time that I've known him, maybe has blinked once or twice. If and I may be even lying. I can't really truly recall seeing him ever blink. It's scary.
Yeah.
Oh man. Now,
They talking about Michael Jackson.
No.
he's like, I want to hear something about Michael. Oh.
Okay. Here you go. Ow.
Nice. Yeah. Now, Frankenstein, is a well-developed character. His patients have always, just done his biddings, and I think some of them have had it. Looks like Y and Z got a little bit upset, and you know, it did. Either they walked out on him, or who knows.
Yeah.
Yeah, but I'm curious as to what happens because it looks like Y and Z.
On your phone.
went to go visit the Catfish wrestling school. And, I mean, for anyone that's been following along, I mean, Catfish has left Robocat and Squeaky in charge of the school. So, with everything that happened.
Rob getting a hold of me. Hold on a second.
Oh, cool, cool, cool. I'm gonna go ahead and let's see here. Yeah, so it's interesting to see what's gonna happen with patient Y and Z and them at that RoboCat. Well, at Catfish's school being run by RoboCat right now. So, yeah, nice. Now we got
Hey,
an.
I'm on a show with Flip. Yeah, but since you're here and everything, say hi, Rob.
Hey, everybody.
Hey, what's up, Rob? Guess what show we're doing right now?
What show you doing?
Living Nightmare, baby. Right on time. Look at you.
Oh, heck, man, we started there.
You're on it, all right, baby. You're on it. You got it. We're going over some. Yeah, we're going over some of this TT right now. We just saw the dang Sith Lords cut Foxwoman and Foxman in half.
Oh, yeah. I hate that. But he'll get back at him.
Oh yeah, that's the one thing we were mentioning. We're like, oh man, we know he ain't gonna back down. He's never backed down from those Sith Lords.
Yeah, it might take a cycle or two, but he's got some plans for him.
Oh yeah. Now, here we go. We got this new guy, Abogado del Diablo. So we got Spike Pratt returns from the live crowd to the backstage area. This was Spike Pratt's third time in front of the crowd for these TV tapings, more than normal. As he gets ready to sit down, he's startled by a shadowy figure's voice. It's the SHL star Abogado del Diablo. Diablo says, "So I see you're taking my advice." More Pratt's displaying his power over the LNL is a good thing. Pratt says, "You're right. I didn't realize how good it feels to let the world see who's the boss." Diablo says, "The world needs to see what a true star you are, and the fighters need to know who the boss is. I know you're not a quiet human. I know you're not quite human, which makes you stronger than most. But there are some equally powerful monsters here in the LNL. You need to amass more power, and I think I know an entity that can help. Someone so powerful, I dare not say his name. I can teach you, Pratt." Pratt says, "Why don't you stay on as my advisor, as an assistant in the LNL?" And Diablo replies, "I can stay around for a while. I can also help you get this power." And Pratt says, "Great. Let me get back to work." Abogado de Diablo walks out of the arena and suddenly falls to the ground in pain, holding his head. A voice, "Why have I not received what was promised to me?" Diablo yells, Stop! I need more time. I will deliver like I promised. You just make sure you can deliver her back to me." The voice continues and says, "My patient grows thin." Suddenly the voice and the pain are gone. Abogado staggers to his feet and exits into the shadow. So it looks like the commissioner got a new assistant. Maybe that's why he's missing today.
Yeah, yeah. Hey, don't look at me. I'm not him.
Yeah, no, we got some new characters here, Rob. It's gonna be some fun time. We got this Abogado guy. What do you think of that one?
It's kind of weird. I'm not for sure about him yet.
Yeah, it looks like he's I mean what it seems like he's manipulating Spike Pratt, so I don't know.
He's trying to make the show more towards him, I believe, but I don't think it's going to work.
Well, I mean, you saw the last time we had, one of these suits come in and try to run shout. Remember what happened to, Darn Boswell?
Sure. Who can forget that good old box?
like I told some, I forgot who we were mentioning. I go, yeah. The last time a suit tried to take over the LNL, he became an integral part of the LNL itself because I think his head's somewhere in a box somewhere, right?
That's right. He'll be murdered forever.
They definitely will, man. So now, um, this was an interesting one because I mean, the way the story played out, we see the shopkeeper, asking Warblaze if he can help him with anything. It almost seemed like I was playing a damn video game when I was reading this. And of course, Warblaze goes right for the heaven breaker and the heaven breaker axe. Buys his axe. Shopkeeper, can I assist you with anything else? Uh, he leaves the shop. Uh, Come on in, Warblaze. Warblaze enters the Soothsayer shop. Warblaze says, "How do I know? Uh, how do you know my name? Which I am Zoltar, the all-seeing and all-knowing in realms known and unknown." And Warblaze says, "What are you talking about, witch?" Zoltar, "You are meant to cleanse the world, but not this world. There is a world beyond here waiting for you." Warblaze says, "You're not making sense, witch." Zoltar, "All this that you see is part of a child's game. You're just an avatar's creature for amusement. But you, me, and Provis was made by a rogue creator of mischief. Warblaze, you're mad. You should be burnt alive in town square." Zoltar, "Go back to the shop and ask the shopkeeper what he had to eat." Warblaze heads back to the shop. Uh, and again, the shopkeeper responds, "Can I help you assist with anything?" "What did you have to eat this morning?" The shopkeeper ignores Warblaze's question and continues cleaning his glass. Warblaze, "Why won't you answer me, shopkeeper? Shopkeeper!" And the shopkeeper says, "Evening, can I assist you?" Warblaze pulls out his axe. Uh, excuse me. Warblaze pulls out his axe, and chops the shopkeeper's head off. Warblaze heads out of the shop, but turns last second. The keeper was still cleaning his glass like as if nothing had happened. Warblaze goes back to Zoltar's shop. Warblaze, "Tell me about this world you saw for me." And Zoltar goes, "You, me, and Provis are the key to unlock the puzzle to enter this new world. Provis is my enemy." Zoltar, "Provis was created to be your enemy for this game, but the three of us were created by nefarious means, and once in the real world, you and Provis will show the world a crimson plague." Warblaze says, "Wait, I thought you were going too." Zoltar reaches into the chest and pulls out his heart, and it turns into a metal-covered gem. "You will need this sage Prelius. Provis will know what to do, but once you enter the new realm, you have 30 moon cycles to find a new heart. To eat the heart of stone, both you and Provis. Uh, and what if we don't? Then you will cease to exist." So it looks like these guys came right from a video game, brothers.
Yeah,
Nice, yeah.
it kind of looks like the God of War there.
Well, hey. Well, you know what? But I mean, this is what I mean in terms of slow build. I mean, because we were talking, Rob, about how some leagues have slower builds and they just just to see the way these characters developing. I mean, that's kind of weird. We got some witches. We got
There's more of it.
you know what? You're right. Warblades finds Provis at the Eternal Gates. Provis, I know why you're here. I had a vision for the last 15 moons. You have the sage Prelius. Perlius?
It
Warblade.
is Siege.
Siege Perlius. Do you know how to use it? Provis, I am the only one who can. Warblade's hands the Siege Perlius to Provis, whose tattoos start to glow. They head up the steps to the Eternal Gates. Provis places the Siege Provis in the carved out spot on the door and chants a few phrases. The Sage Provis grows with energy, and the portal opens. I did my part. Now let's enter this gate so you can start your part. Heart of the Warblade says, "Heart of the stone, huh? Will be in my hand soon enough." Warblade and Provis enter the and wow up the edge of the small town. The sign reads, "Home of the LNL." Yeah, so we got these guys. Looks like they went through a portal and they're here, baby, and they're here.
Yeah, it looks like they grabbed for a home in the LNL.
Okay, I don't get it. You see the picture with the guy with the glowing tattoos? Read his name.
Oh, I mean, I don't know where he got the picture. He got
It's
the picture.
Pravis, but he keeps calling him Provis.
Well, maybe he changed it up for the LNL for copyright infringement.
Okay.
Yeah, just just to switch it up. But yeah, no, I mean, it just I'm more interested in the story behind behind the characters and whether it's Pravis or Provis. I'm looking forward to these two new characters. I mean,
Yeah.
out of a video game. But they're coming to the right place. I mean,
It looks like the new Kratos from the God of War.
aha. Yeah, you know your games better than I. Your game. Oh man, yeah.
I don't play much anymore, but
But you remember that one.
yeah, I think I remember that guy.
Nice. Now,
It's a good
Not bad,
choice.
man.
It's a good choice, though.
yeah. I mean, look. I mean, I'm curious as to how they're going to get along because in the back of his head, throughout the video game, this was his enemy, and I'm not convinced that they're just going to walk into a new place and be buddies.
Well, I don't think anybody really is buddy in the LNL, except for maybe DOD.
Yeah. Now, I think I just want to go back because I think I skipped over a couple of them. I just want to make sure I get them all kind of reviewed. I think some of the Sith Lord ones. We glanced over the catfish one. We glanced over him destroying the patients, but there was another one here. Here we go. Oh, that's the one. It was Darth Akuma basically.
Is it the mother and son reunited? Or is it the one where they're talking here?
Oh, you're right. You know what? It was that one. The mother and son. Yeah, we glanced over that one. Oh my goodness, he went after Jason and Michael. You know what? This cycle, Rob, the patient. I mean, not the patient. Excuse me. The Sith, the Darth, our buddies, our friends, went after everybody.
They did. They went after anybody and everybody.
Well, I can't say they went after everybody.
Hey,
Tim. But they sure did go after it.
And
they went after Jason's guys. They went after my guys.
Yeah, they went after the. Yeah, I mean, now I'm gonna say this, Timmy. I'm gonna put you on the spot, but yeah, in this league, if you're not trash talking, No one's gonna give your characters a free ride. This is one of those places. You got it.
I,
Yeah, I know, Timmy. I give you a hard time about it, but I know you're a great supporter of a lot of leagues, brother. But it just, yeah, you got in this league, trash talk.
it's like I said, you'll see something in this coming cycle.
Nice, nice. Now, yeah, so it was definitely interesting to see the new cast. I know we glanced over Johnny Five, but it looks like we have another robot. Rob, we got Johnny Five, Jonathan Five himself. Uh,
Yeah, I remember reading that one.
yeah, he's no more. No, he says no more. No more Mr. Nice Guy. I don't think we're gonna get a nice robot. I mean, I'm thinking of like the old school, short circuit, nice, kind Johnny Five. But I don't think we're getting that. I don't think we're getting that Johnny Five.
We're getting the evil Johnny Five.
Yeah, we're getting him after. We're getting the. Yeah, he's yeah, he's had it. He's had it. So.
Well, Johnny
Oh
Five,
man. Now.
he's going to come to LNL because he won't last long with his parts.
Right? Yeah, exactly. Yeah, but it's gonna be a interesting time for Fox woman trying to take his jewels. Trying to take.
Well,
Oh.
taking
Who knows? She might buy him off and eat him.
Yeah, definitely a wicked time, man. Now, guys, I'm gonna go ahead and like I said, I know there's a lot going on. I know Catfish came on towards the end. Now, Catfish, is there anything you want to add? I know we got you on late, but we did mention your champions this cycle. We definitely shouted out the Fox woman, definitely one of the legends here. Anytime we see her on the front page, it's always fun. So.
Well, she always tries to help liven it up, I guess I should say, and bring a little excitement to the LNL.
Oh, definitely. Now, for those people listening, we definitely call back to some other great show, the IWA's Generation Next League, the way they say it, talk about winging it. My schedule has been, you know, swamped literally right now.
I'm gonna steal something right now. Spend that dollar.
Spend that dollar. Get yourself in the battle royal. But yeah, I mean, I really, like I said, my time has been crunched. I definitely, like I said, I wanted to make sure I got a Living Nightmare show on, and it's just, it was great that we were able to get both you and Catfish on, Timmy, because it definitely helped push this show forward. And like I said, I definitely want to keep the action going. So, shout out to all those managers that came back this cycle. Shout out to all the new managers that came on. But I definitely want to give Catfish, give him the last word here on the show. Catfish, the show's yours. Whatever you want to say, you want to shout out some of the Living Nightmare managers.
Yeah, this is Catfish Rock. I always have those things. If you want to get in good and fit, bring it on, because we're always waiting for the crash talkers to show up. We don't care what kind you got, just bring it. We'll wing it.
Yeah, baby. All right, buddies. Timmy, I'll give you since you were our honorary co-host, give you the last say. I know you said you got some trash talk coming, so I can't wait for that, because anytime we can get something from Mr. Timothy Goodnight, it's definitely special.
Yeah. I give a shout out to all the new managers and all the recent managers and everybody who's ever made this place great.
Damn it.
Oh yeah, you know it. All right, guys, you've been listening to Timothy Goodnight, special guest Catfish Rob, and myself, IWA Flip. Till next time, you guys take care.